Queen P.R, Krista B, those wrestling girls, TWG, Black Excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women in wrestling. Let's go.
Hey girl,
Hey,
how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I got a nap.
Nice.
So you know how I feel about my nap. So
Yes, that
I'm
is
really, really
great.
good. Can't complain. So guys, this is probably going to be our last wrestling based recording for 2024. Because we have Christmas next week and then New Year's the week after next. And we know like a lot of wrestling can still happen within that time frame, but this may be the exact last one of 2024. So we decided to give you guys a 2024 recap. P and I have 5 things each that we love throughout the year of wrestling, throughout this year of wrestling, and we're definitely going to share them with you. But before that, we definitely have to do our check-in. Besides, being good and stuff, our 2024 is coming to an end, and we're about to enter 2025. And you have a birthday coming up.
I
You're
do.
kicking off 2025 with a bang. How are you feeling about it?
Yes, I'm excited for my birthday. I'm excited for the new year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like ready.
Same.
I'm just like ready. I'm looking at a calendar right now and I'm like, wow, it's like a month until like less than a month until my birthday, like less than 3 weeks until the year is done and Christmas. It's just so much going on.
It's a lot going on, but it's worth it. Like this year has been a roller coaster of a year, I shall say. Like it has been up and down. I'll be seeing memes on Facebook where it be like I'm calling God to see if the strongest soldiers list passed me for 2025 because I want to enter my soft girl era. Like I do want to work. I do want to get paid and do work, whatever. I don't want no other struggles. Like for me and my circle and everything, like we need our soft girl, soft boy eras next year. Like,
Yes.
and everything we wished for and worked for needs to just come into fruition because we tired.
Yes, 1,000%.
We are tired. So let's kick off the show. So we're gonna start with
It's good.
a recap of WWE's Saturday night's main event because we were there. And I'm gonna be very, very honest. Honestly, I felt like it was just super regular. Like it was just super regular. I feel like I was just there with my friends, just enjoying the show. Like I would have thought there would have been more surprises, like if Charlotte Flair would have came out, because that was the rumor. Like Charlotte Flair may come out or Becky Lynch might come back. Like I wanted to see some sort of a surprise. It was good seeing the legends. Although I'm still looking for the bird from Coco Beware. Where's the bird? It was great. Coco Beware, Jesse the Body Ventura, Tito Santana, Jimmy Hart, Greg the Hammer Valentine. They were all in attendance. I wish there were some more female legends there. That would have been really dope.
That's what I was gonna mention too. Like I love the old school feel.
Yeah.
I like and it was just like it was interesting because it was promoted a lot as if like a PLE almost.
Right.
I know it was more like a special show, I guess. So I did have my expectations high for whatever surprise guests or whatever twists and turns were gonna happen. But it was very much like, old school logos. The refs had the old school shirts on, and you got some legends, but I really wish they would have brought out more, especially for this night. But then it's like it was just a 2-hour show. It was just more like a little special event kind of thing. Overall, I mean, we had fun.
We did. We had a lot of fun.
We had fun. And it was super cute, like to drive out to Long Island. But all in all, I think what I like most was the nostalgia fact of it.
Yes, absolutely. It definitely gave that feel. Like I love like the intro, and I love like I feel like they should have done like a vignette of like, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
know that they did, but wanted to actually see maybe Mean
Yeah.
Gene, or Bobby the Brain, or even like Gorilla Monsoon, like
Mm.
those on the screens. Them
Yeah.
going to like, being that we had this, we had championship matches, and then like them doing something more with the Wing Eagle vignette wise before like.
I So I have a question for you about
Mhm,
this because a lot of people I saw online were really excited when they teased the big eagle, and we were there, and I'm not sure how
mhm.
it came up on TV. But when Cody Rhodes did the reveal of the belt, because Brian H. Waters was like, it was very lackluster, like the whole, even the reveal was lackluster, everything about it. How did you feel? Because this is, very nostalgic championship belt for us. How did you feel about the reveal and them bringing it back for the night?
So I like the fact that they brought it back for the night. Like when Triple H and Cody did the little thing for social media, the bringing it back. Cool. I didn't, to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, I didn't realize that he revealed it. Like it didn't even cross my mind. Like it wasn't even a thought in my mind. I didn't realize that he revealed it until I went on social media when I got home and I saw like him opening up his jacket during the whoa oh part.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, he revealed it? Like I
Right.
was just like really so confused. Like it's not something that's stuck in for that belt. That belt is something that was a part of us, like our childhood, Attitude Era. Like
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin held it, Shawn Michaels held it. Like a
Right.
lot of these legends held it, and for Cody to be so lackadaisical with it, like I would have done something crazy because it's the Wing Eagle and it was determined to be only for one night only. You bring it back and it's something that your dad held but not held. I would have done something
Right.
crazy. I would have done something bananas with it. Like something just, it just didn't it just didn't feel right. But what I did
Mm-hmm.
like, now that I saw, and I think I sent it to the group chat, is that it's being reported since Kevin Owens took the Wing Eagle belt, he's going to be defending that belt like on house shows or
Oh my God, that's
at
actually
different
really
WWE
cool.
Saturday Night Main Events, because the next one is in January, and I think that's in Texas or
I actually really like
Los
that.
Angeles. And I love that because Kevin Owens to me has always given me that Stone Cold Steve Austin feel, like that badass I don't
Yeah,
care
for
feel. So
sure.
for him to carry that belt, like Austin carried that belt with the attitude and stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, we're about to be whisked into Attitude Era 2.0 when Kevin Owens is defending this Wing Eagle
Mm-hmm.
belt. So yeah, that's how I felt about it. Like I just feel like I think I would have appreciated it more because I keep saying this. I feel like Cody Rhodes' turn is gonna turn heel. Like I feel like he's gonna let all the
I
frustration
hope
and
so.
everything build up to where he's just like no nonsense. I don't give a f type situation.
Right.
And I feel like it
Right.
will bring more of some type of a charisma because then it'll show like his real self
Yeah, I
instead.
agree. And
Yeah, I
he,
feel like it would
so
have been
there's,
better that way.
I agree. And so he has had the championship this year since Mania.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of mixed reviews on his championship reign. Since so Krista B and I picked 5 moments this year that we liked, that were like super memorable for us. And I have to ask, I don't know if a Cody Rhodes moment is on your list, but how do you feel about his championship reign so far? Do you think it's been good? Do you think it's been
My
lackluster? Do you think
question
a heel turn
is,
is needed?
I do think a heel turn is needed. Um, but I do have a Cody Rhodes moment.
Okay.
And you already know what the moment is, which I'm about to. It's gonna be me asking him the question at SummerSlam because Roman came in to
Oh,
assist
I
you.
thought you was gonna say when The Rock slapped him. Oh, when he slapped The Rock.
Oh no, 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 no. It's definitely that moment.
Okay.
Is literally that moment. Um, however, I do feel like his my real question is what constitutes a good title reign? Like what is the actual
Mm.
criteria of a good title reign? because when Cody came back 2 years ago in Texas, that was 2 years ago, right? Texas. Yes, when Cody came back
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago and he faced Seth Rollins, everybody was happy. Everybody was great. Everybody was happy. People suffered minor injuries and stuff when Cody came back. And it was great. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And then when he decided to go after the title, and at first I was feeling really bad because they kept bringing up Dusty. And as a person who has lost their father in real life, like literally lost their
Mm-hmm.
father, both parents at that, you bringing up somebody's deceased parent over and over again. It's just like, y'all not, first of all, Cody, you can tell every time you say Dusty, you can say duh, and he's going to start crying.
Yes.
Like, it's like, one, stop throwing his deceased father in his face. Like, you don't know the grief that he has to deal with walking through these walls, walking through these halls, walking through, and he didn't have like all of that time with Dusty. Like, yeah, he had that match with Dusty
Mm-hmm.
Goldust and himself against the Shield, um, or whatever the case would be like that. So it was kind of pulling at my heartstrings at first, but
Mm-hmm.
then when we went to LA and he lost, I was like, okay, cool. This is where Cody can turn heel. Cody can turn heel, really show what the hell he's here for. And then
Mm-hmm.
when it didn't happen, he was still like, babe, like I would have loved to see a heel Cody versus a heel Roman at this past WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have loved to see it because you have all this
Yeah.
pent up anger and frustration at the fact that they're using your deceased father as a pawn to pull at your emotional heartstrings, and all you're gonna do is sit there and cry. Like The Rock was
That
right.
man loves to
There's some
cry.
Cody crybabies, and Cody is the main
Yeah.
crybaby.
So that is one of my favorite moments of the year. Is first it's the final boss version of The Rock. Everything that he did during that era to me was so fucking good because you had the tension of like him and Roman. Like, are they gonna coexist? Are they gonna have the like I'm the tribal chief? No, I'm the tribal chief kind of thing? And they didn't. They joined forces. Oh, dope. Then The Rock was like cursing and talking into the camera and calling Cody a boy.
I think when he said the boy,
Like
always said
it
that was for
was,
the ancestors. Always said that was for the
oh
ancestors.
man. And he also whipped Cody
Like for the
with his
ancestors.
own
The
weight, with
ancestors
his
did that.
yep, for his with his own weight belt. So I loved that. I loved um The Rock just coming back as like we've seen heel Rock, we've seen asshole Rock, but this was like on a whole nother level because he's actually the head of the, like he is a board member of the company. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
the biggest movie star in the world. So the fact
Mm-hmm.
that he came in and actually flaunted that and, possibly even took Cody's main event after he won the Royal Rumble, that all of that was so good. And it leading into WrestleMania the way that it did, it was like perfect timing for me. So that everything about The Rock coming back this year is one of my top moments.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Of course, I remember that infamous promo. Off is in a direction where you can fuck. Like he will forever be goaded in
Yo.
saying that. Forever be goaded in saying that. There's no way that anybody else could have pulled that promo off. I was in church and I was good. Thank God I don't usually read captions on video on
Mhm.
like movies and stuff. Like I hate closed captions. Like don't. But good thing I read the captions as it was playing
Mhm.
because if I would have played that in church and it would have said off is in the direction you can fuck, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
nah.
My bad. It was The Rock. It wasn't me. But yes, so I have for number five, because five being the least, one being the greatest, I'm sure. Number five
Mhm.
is for me talking to Cody in the media scrum and asking him about
Mm.
the SummerSlam moment. I mean, the Bloodline Rules matches and that infamous SummerSlam moment where Roman Reigns came to give him the assist. And your number five is everything final boss, him coming back
Mhm.
and, just tearing shit up and having a good time while he's doing it. I love that. So on to my number 4, right? Not even number 4 yet, because we're still talking about, you know what? This is gonna be number 4because it is going back into WWE's Saturday Night Main Event. My number
Mhm.
4 is Chelsea Green's second chance and how she dominated that second chance when she
Oh,
came back
that
to
was
WWE.
my number one.
Oh, that was your number 1? That's my number 4.
Yes.
That's my
Oh.
number 4 because Chelsea Green did an amazing, like, definition of a epic comeback. Like, her coming back, her being eliminated in under like 2 seconds at the Royal Rumble, her revamping that and, having a comedic and witty side to her. Um, her just like being her, like just taking what she was given, whatever small thing that she was ever given, and running
Mhm.
with it. And you know me,
Oh.
sometimes I'll be like, why y'all making yourself so, like, for people to really laugh at you and not with you type situation. But it fits
Mhm.
Chelsea Green because we've seen her as reclusa and other promotions. We've seen her, I feel like the best thing that she's done is her being a Karen. Like that was like the most funniest thing ever. And then for her to make it full circle to come to Saturday night's main event and walk out the inaugural United States Women's Champion in the same town, in her husband's hometown. And now her and her husband are the first and only couple to hold the United States Championship.
So fucking dope.
It's so dope. So kudos to Chelsea. Kudos to Michin as well. Like,
Yes,
those
I
two are the most
like.
deserving to be in those 2 spots.
Yeah, I was talking to Brian the other day, and I was like, Mia Yim didn't win, but she won.
She won, yeah.
Like in every way possible, because that is such a big match to be in. Like, this is the finals in a tournament for an inaugural championship. There's no four horsewomen involved. There's no, like, they bet on the new talent. And that says a lot for Mia Yim and Chelsea Green. Like, Chelsea beat Bailey to get into the finals. Like, that is huge. So I love
Yeah.
that WWE is really banking on their entire women's division. That, like, Chelsea and Mia Yim was a storyline that didn't involve the championship. It was just a good, captivating, entertaining storyline that happened over time, their feud, and then it culminated in this tournament in a good match. It was better than the main event, in my opinion, but I enjoyed it more than the main event, I should say. And the fact that these two women that we know were, they're family to the show, and seeing them have this big moment like that in New York, we were able to be there for them, was just so beautiful. Like, I went in, rooting for my girl Chelsea, of course, but then when same thing with so many, wrestling moments, you go in room for one person, and then once you're in the moment of the match and both people come out, and you're just like, you know what, I don't even care who wins, just put on a good match and show the fuck out. And that's exactly what Chelsea and Mia Yim did, and I am so proud of them. I do want to give it up to Chelsea Green as well, because she works really fucking hard to
Mhm.
do what she
Mhm.
does. Like, she has been grinding and ambitious since day one. So seeing all that hard work pay off, taking acting classes, and she's actually starring in a TV show. She's, I guess, doing like a little story arc for this Canadian show. I think it comes out next year. So she is out here. She tweeted recently she hasn't had a day off since before Mania. You
Mm.
better fucking work, girl.
Word. Get your
And
coin.
so I am so I couldn't be more proud of her. A lot of people were like, how didn't they feature her at War Games? It's in her hometown. And it was like, sometimes you just gotta wait for what's your time.
Mhm.
And look what Chelsea Green was able to do.
Mhm. I agree. I definitely agree. So that's my number 4, and that's your number 1. I am sorry about that. You supposed to be a
No,
number
it's
1.
okay. The more Chelsea Green love, the better for me.
Absolutely.
That's my girl.
So, to get off of the WWE main event recap, I mean, it was not really much to honestly be like, oh yeah, it was this, that, and third. Like Kevin Owens is the beast. He's always going to be a beast. I love the fact that we were able to see firsthand what he did to Cody before the rest of the world and how Triple H got involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would overall, if I had to rank it from a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7.5. Honestly,
That's valid.
that's a valid choice. I would definitely give it a 7.5 ranking. What about you?
I think I would probably do the same. It was one of those shows where it's more about like the story surrounding it, like this coming back after so many years, and
Hmm.
for us it was a full circle moment too because we were there for Evolution
Yeah.
6 years ago, and that was a historic moment. And now we got came back for another big moment. And then I love that old school WWE logo, so that was always fun. And I was like trying to pick a shirt to wear, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna wear? I gotta go vintage. I gotta go this, and then I was like, oh wait. I actually have a shirt with that logo on it. Shout out to 500 Level.
Mhm.
Um, so I was able to wear that logo, and so it just all kind of came together that night. Good night out
Right.
with the
And I had to
girls.
go, I had to do a throwback too. I didn't have
Mhm.
the shirt with the logo, but I did have a vintage TWG.
It was
Probably one of
definitely
the
a
first shirts that we
throwback.
had. Probably one of the
Yep,
first shirts that we had. So now the sweatshirt is actually back on sale
it
at
is. Make sure
4yourwear.com.
you
I'm
get
loving
there.
this new design, this new layout. I'm about to buy all of them because I don't have I've never gotten a hoodie. So I'm like, now I need to buy a hoodie. I need to buy a shirt
Oh,
and I
the
need to
hoodie would
buy
probably be really cute.
right really cute and comfortable because I love my hoodies. Um so yeah, foryourwear.com if you want attitude ever really effed us up sweatshirt, t-shirt, hoodie. And shout out to the guy in the elevator who actually took a picture of my shirt because he was sitting there reading for mad
Nice.
long, mad hard, and I was like, it
Hmm.
really did, right? And he was like, yeah, that's so great. So he took a picture of it. So he has our name because it's right there on the front. Those Wrestling Girls has a logo on the back. But that was really dope. So now to pivot onto because we have what 3 more slots to fill.
Hmm.
I think my slot number 3 is going to go to us going to Boston to see the debut of Mercedes Moné.
That was
It
one
was
of mine too.
it was definitely my birthday, still my birthday when we were celebrating that. And
Damn,
that's the
that was
first day
in
we met Paula.
March.
That was March 13th.
Oh my god, that feels like yesterday.
I know. That was March. It feels like last year to be honest. Um, that was
Jeez,
March
right?
13th. And that was actually the first time that we met Pablo in person.
Yep.
So that was fun.
Oh,
And then
that
we was
was
able to
such a
go.
good
That
time.
was a good
So we
time. We
took
was
the
on TV.
bus.
We
It
took the
was
bus.
what, a 24-hour trip?
Not I guess you could say 24 hour. Not really, because we
Not
left
even that, right?
probably like 12, if that.
Wow. Yeah, we did
10 to
all of that
12
to
hour
see
trip.
Mercedes Moné debut in
We were there. We popped in.
AEW. That was a lot of fun.
That was
I
fun. We
really
popped
I
out. We saw a
really
lot of
enjoyed
people dressed in
that.
character.
We
Um,
did.
and shout out to Prince Nana for allowing us to like go in the back and
Yes, he really looked out. Like he made us feel like family. Like I would really appreciate that a lot.
yeah,
And then just seeing the different vibes like AEW, um, such different vibes
right.
than WWE. And then not in a bad way, just AEW shows in general just have a very different vibe than WWE shows, which it's interesting to like see it.
Right, because what I will say, I've always said it, like I will go to an AEW show in person than watch it on TV because you just feel different. Like that's like for me when I go to church. Like if I miss church and I watch it on TV, it doesn't give me
It's not the
the
same.
same feel as if I am in the building. So, but I can tolerate watching church online too. Like I can't
Yeah.
really tolerate watching AEW on TV sometimes. But that's my number 3, actually going to Boston for
That was fun.
AEW.
That was fun. Okay, so my other moment was going to Florida for Royal Rumble this year.
That was my number 2. Well,
That was so much fun because First of all, just being in a sunny place in January where it was fucking cold felt like it was like life changing. Just being outside, I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
And shorts too.
That was and yeah, we was in shorts and stuff. I was drinking iced coffees. I was like, oh, this is the life. So
Right.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was different. It's the first Royal Rumble, my second Royal Rumble, but the first one where I was like covering it like live for work, which was very stressful because there was no service in that fucking stadium. That stadium fucking sucked. And I had to keep running out to post things. And I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? And for me, I love Royal Rumble. It's my favorite pay-per-view. It's my favorite match to experience and stuff like that. So that was like stressful. But then I did get to witness Naomi coming back. And that
Mm.
was like, oh my God. Like me and Brian would just talk about it because I was like, when I first heard the music, it's almost one of those things where it's like, oh, this is mad familiar. So you're like almost like in shock almost. And then you're like, wait, she's back? Like, and then she got to share the ring with Naomi with Natalia. And we know that they're like good friends, and seeing them be able to kind of tear it up in the ring for a little bit again was just like so special. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's my number two. One, because although that, so it was my first Royal Rumble,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, it was very lackluster. And then the aftermath of all of that, it is just the most craziest thing. I should have stayed for an extra day. That's why I really should. I should have stayed for an extra day. Um,
Mm-hmm.
However, it was cool like being near the ramp to see the entrances. It was cool to be there with Tasha Steele and Big Swole, and Swole had her daughter with us. I'm with
That
her,
was
so we
so
was there,
cute.
and it was cool, like of course, to see the comeback of Naomi, to see Jordan Grace, to see Jade Cargill, and then the standoff between Jade and Bianca in the middle of the ring. Um, to see Andrade come back. You know, we although it wasn't as many surprises as I would have loved, that's what Royal Rumble is about for me. It's about the surprises.
Mm-hmm.
It was really dope. It was a really, really dope experience to actually be there and to actually witness all of that. Um,
Right.
so that's why it's a cool number two. It's a cool number two for me. So you have a number
I
two
like that
now.
one. Well, I had said Rumble, so that's one of yours too.
Yeah, that was my number two. So you have
Oh,
a two
okay.
and a one, and I just have one left.
Oh, okay. Because I had said that going to Florida for Royal Rumble was my next one.
Yeah,
So
but
I don't
that
have
wasn't
a
that your third?
I thought
Because
it
okay,
was
so
my
my first one was Cody,
fourth.
my fifth one was Cody, your fifth one was Rock. My fourth one
Hmm.
was Chelsea, that was your first one. Then you said Rumble, so that was your number four, three, or two.
Well, it's one of them.
Okay, it's in the top five.
Yeah. So let's see. My next one this year would probably be, and I know it just happened, but it's just so dope, is Tony Storm coming back as Tony Storm.
But then did you
And
see
I think,
the backstage clip where she's like
yes,
back, but she's like has amnesia or whatever?
yeah.
She's just like
She's like introducing herself and she's
right,
doing like interviews like as if like this is her first day. She's just like, I'm just
right.
so happy to be here. And I think that is so funny.
The
And
funniest thing
she's so
ever.
good. She
So
is so
charismatic.
good at everything. Yeah, like I love that. That and then everything she did this year was just classic. Like loved
For
everything
sure.
about it.
For sure. I think for me, another good. I don't even think we could round this for five because as I'm thinking about it now, there's just been so many that that
Hmm.
we've witnessed and stuff. I think another one for me was discovering Chicky and Pete's in Philly
That
because
was fun.
y'all are playing with me. Once I get in the car and go, I'm gonna take a picture of me at Chicky and Pete's. I'm like, I told y'all to come. Um, Secondly, was the fact like I was I fell for the okey doke at Mania night one No, night 2 when everybody came out and the Shield's music hit. Like,
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
like, yo, like,
Really
yeah, if
gassed
y'all
us
know
up
me,
real there, real
y'all
quick.
know me. Y'all know I love the Shield. And I do have this hope that even if it's for one night, John Moxley will cross over to be Dean Ambrose. And then just come, just come out. I was watching this video of production of predictions or whatever. It's like what ifs, and it's like who's it gonna be the number 30th spot? And Dean Ambrose music hit. I tell you, I was losing my shit in my house, knowing that it's not real, but the idea that one day like that door can possibly be
Could
open
be.
again, and he can honestly, like, I'm never gonna let this go until Triple H makes my dreams come true.
I
Somebody
mean,
needs to
never say never.
never say never, because I never thought we would have had the NXT TNA crossover, which was amazing all year.
That
Oh,
has been very
Hendry,
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace, like,
Everything
oh my
she's been
gosh.
able to do in WWE has been amazing. Love
Yeah,
it.
like that's just been
Very
so
powerful
dope.
stuff.
Like, I want to say his name and he appears. Like, come on. I believe in Joe Hendry. I really do. Sorry, AJ Francis. You know you the homie. But yeah, so there's just been so much, and then finding out like about like how a lot of our favorite celebrities and online social media influencers and things like that are huge wrestling fans. Shout out to
Mhm.
Something Else Pod with Lovely and Fam when they had Kev on stage talking
Mhm.
wrestling. They had
Yep.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. talking wrestling. Like, shout out to them, because it's just like, yo, this is a moment
Very
where,
cool.
of
It's
course, wrestling is
growing.
growing.
It is growing, and with Netflix, it's only gonna grow more. Vanessa Hudgens,
Vanessa
the
Hudgens and Bianca
best
sharing a
in
moment.
life. That was dope. Like she has always been a wrestling fan, which is so dope to me because I've always, Disney girls.
Yeah.
I always been a fan of hers, and when she skipped Coachella and was like, "I want to go to WrestleMania," I had the best time of my life. I was like, "Oh, she a real one."
And she
Like
was
she
pregnant at
a fan.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, she a fan. Her husband's probably a fan." Because he's a professional baseball player, so he's an athlete. So I just feel like athletes just be knowing the vibes. So I hope they do
Lin-Manuel
more with
Miranda.
her. Yeah, I
Like,
just came across a clip today of him dressed as Dom for Halloween, I think.
oh yeah, for Halloween.
So
Like, that's
good.
just goated. Like, you got Lin-Manuel Miranda. Like, when I tell you I followed this man's career since my senior year of high school, when we went to the off-Broadway premiere of In the Heights. And then I went to the on-Broadway premiere of In the Heights the
Wow.
following year in college. And then everything he's been doing. And then I actually had a chance of meeting him and taking a picture with him about a year or so ago, or 2 years ago. And I was explaining to him how much of a fan I am of his. And for him to work with The Rock on Moana. And for him to just like be so goated, like Hamilton. Like, if you guys do not know, and it's crazy how you think that these stars on Broadway are like, you think wherever these stars are is where they are, not realizing that they
Mhm.
have other dreams, aspirations, fandoms, and things like that. And for him to be from New York, well, by way of DR or Puerto Rico, um, and be a wrestling fan. Now it's like we got more things in common. Besides, we have a mutual friend in
Mhm.
common. Now we got more things in common. Like, now I want to
Yep.
sit and have cafe con leche with you and just talk wrestling, just to pick your brain about wrestling. So
Yeah. I have been feeling that. And Fourth Rope, West Side Gun.
yes. Oh my
Everything he's been doing, he basically launched like a wrestling promotion slash fashion slash culture brand, and he does events in every city of the big four. Like he started this year, and then
yeah,
he's
the
been
first one
doing
was in
it ever
Chicago.
since, putting on wrestling shows and having wrestling matches and championship belts, and very, very cool. Especially somebody so outside of, well, you think it is outside the bubble, but they're not. They're a fan and they can do dope shit like this. So shout out to West Side
And
Gun. Really
shout out to
cool.
Westside County. Westside County was like, yeah, if y'all not gonna give me my respect, I'm gonna take it. And that's what he
Yep.
did. He took it.
He
He
definitely did.
he took it. He made something else from it. And look, now we got Fourth Rope. Now they about to do their next one if they haven't done it already in Atlanta.
Thriving.
It's the most craziest thing ever.
It really
I have some
is.
personal wrestling successes on my list.
What's up?
Um I was just featured on this year's issue of let me get the name because Lord, it's a lot. I've done a lot of
Cam's
yeah. Yes.
Hamzing.
Yes. This year, shout out to Cam. The very best wrestlers of this year, 2024. And I had the privilege of writing
Nice.
about the incomparable Tony Storm. Um,
Nice.
just so amazing, just so dope. Please make sure you guys get your copies. Only $10. It's on sale now. Shout out to Cam for literally reaching out to me to be a part of this. I had so much fun doing it.
Love
Also,
it.
before Rumble, probably like a week before Rumble, I had Bianca Belair and Montez Ford on the WBLS podcast Rhythm and Views, which is like one of the highest
I
rated numbers
love
that I've done
them.
for that. And then also having Big Swole as our last celebrity interview of the year to talk about,
That was
Crohn's
so
disease.
motivating and
Talk,
inspiring.
yeah, for sure. Like you never know what people go through on a personal level, like, and how they just continue to fight and how they just continue to, just push through it. A lot of these wrestlers wrestle injured or wrestle sick or wrestle like hurt mentally or
Yeah.
emotionally, and like that can take a tax and be a tax and a toll on you. And for them to continue to keep going because one, it's something that they love. Two, they know that's
Yep.
their bread and butter. And three, they don't want to let fans down. They don't want to let backstage down. They don't want to let themselves down. Sometimes your health and stuff does take a back seat to all of that just to push forward. So definitely shout out to Big Swole. We love you forever, girl.
We love you,
Um,
girl. And she just posted about having her last
the last surgery.
surgery, Crohn's related surgery. So that is
Mhm.
amazing.
I
Amazing.
love that so much. Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of
Yes, this
wrestling
was
this
a
year.
very, very busy, busy, busy year. And the crazy thing is next year is gonna be like even fucking busier.
It's gonna be busy, but we're gonna be
So
booked and busy. We're gonna be paid,
yes.
booked, busy, and blessed when
Yes,
we
yes,
cover
yes,
wrestling.
yes.
Um, Next year we're going to conquer all big fours. Well, no, let me stop. There I go lying right now because I know I'm not going to win
I
it.
I
Um,
will always try to because why not?
I mean, it's good to try, but me, like I said, if nobody's like going, I believe in God and I believe in miracles. So if there's a sliver of hope that I can get there, cool. But I have to save my coin for Vegas because I ain't never been to Vegas. If we're gonna turn up in Vegas, if we're gonna have fun in Vegas, that's
Yes,
it.
I'm very excited. This is just also just one of those like seasons that's just like always busy, at least for me, because then it's my birthday, then Rumble, God willing, I'll be in Indianapolis. And then there's All-Star Weekend for the WNBA also in Indianapolis. So I'm like, okay, God willing, that'll be my teaser. And then
Mm-hmm.
um for All-Star Weekend, I'll be like, okay, I know what this weather gonna be like. I know what what the vibes. Because I like just going having a reason to go to like random cities. Like wrestling is the perfect excuse to be like, oh, I've been to Indiana, I've been to fucking Ohio, I've been to all these random places. So I'm excited for that. Today, Candice Cordelia just announced that her panel for wrestling and fashion got accepted for a South by Southwest panel, and
That's
that's in March, and that's very exciting. And she put in so much work to make that happen, because she saw that we should talk about the gear makers more. We should talk about the part that fashion plays, because it plays such a huge part, especially like with King Troy, styling a lot of the wrestlers, and it being a part of like Seth's character at this point is like, what is King Troy gonna dress him in? So I'm very proud that she was able to get that panel. And as you guys know, I'm very passionate about wrestling, fashion, style, how to make it pop, like this is a wrestling t-shirt, but I can make it look cute, and that's only gonna grow more with the influx of more women that are in the sport. I even are into wrestling right now. Like there's so many more like wrestling fashion pages and like girlies making like really cool content. So I love that Candace wants to kind of put a spotlight on that. So that's going to be March, I want to say 10th.
March 7th to the 15th.
The panel. Yeah, and the panel is March 10th. And that's going to be in Austin, Texas. So I'm like, oh, another random city that wrestling is bringing me to, that I would never even think about going. So that's happening.
Also my birthday weekend.
Yeah,
literally my birthday weekend.
Yeah, birthday weekend, and then right after that is WrestleMania. So it's like whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, before that, it's my event, the 29th.
I'll put yes,
out on that, and then it's WrestleMania. But I'm very excited about my event as well. But yes, it's a lot happening. But you know what? We're gonna get through it. We're not gonna complain. We're not gonna worry. We're gonna just.
I'm ready to work. That's what I'm
ready to work. Ready to
That's
work. And
really all I'm ready to do.
And have a good time doing it.
Facts.
And have a great time.
Oh, so make sure you guys, sorry, real quick, follow Candace Cordelia, because she will be, I don't know when this is dropping, but she'll be announcing the panelists on Friday, which you guys are going to be really, really hype. And even if you can't make it to Austin, we're going to work on getting it streamed. So yeah, so just
shout out to you for helping her, P. Like that's not no small thing. You definitely put in the groundwork with her. Yeah, so shout out to you, girl. Pat yourself on the back.
Thank you, girl. Yeah, so I'm in my brand consultant bag now. So if you need social media services, you need to set up a Shopify site, you need marketing advice, let me know, because that's another bag I'm trying to get into in 2025. So it's just opportunity. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Period.
Absolutely. You have any more moments before we wrap up?
No, no, I really can't think of any big ones, because like everything had its own like moment. Like we had so many adventures like with friends too, intertwined into this wrestling thing. So that also just makes it even more like, was it a moment or was it just like a really dope experience with my friends sometimes? Like wrestling has really given so much to us in that way.
So what do you expect from wrestling next year? Like being that they're about to launch on Netflix January 6th. And can I point out, January 6th is literally the same day that insurrection happened. And I'm just like, nobody's trying to put together. Now that Trump is about to be in office,
it just has to fall on a Monday.
Right, like it okay, cool, whatever. But yeah, back to what are your wrestling expectations for 2025?
I am excited for more talent to like prosper. Like what we were saying about Mia Yim and Chelsea Green. Like I hope they keep banking on the newer girlies. And when I say new, like not the established stars, like I hope they keep doing that, because that was really dope to see them a part of that moment. I hope to see more crossovers, more people come back to the company, more surprises. I think they're going to do more cinematic stuff with Netflix. So I hope we see more of those moments, like the Cody Rhodes and Roman shit with Metro Boomin and that whole thing from Bad Blood. That was dope. So yeah, I'm for all of that.
For me, I really hope that they do. One, I hope that we start off like murder mystery clue, like on who attacked Jade.
I'm
Like,
very curious.
who attacked Jade? Who's definitely, because everybody think it's Naomi, and I can see why fingers pointing to her, but I also feel like it's somebody we wouldn't expect. Of course, you would want it to be Naomi, but I also could see like fingers that we wouldn't expect if you really go down the timeline. Like it could be Charlotte because of that the interaction that they had. It could
and
be
everybody wants that feud to happen too, so that would be really dope.
It could be Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. It could be them come back because we haven't seen them in a long time or whatever. Like it literally could have been Lash and Jakara. It could have been anybody. Hell, it probably could have been Bianca herself. Which I
would love that even more than Naomi.
Well, you just never know. Like I want to see that. Like you said, I want to see more of the.
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about Bianca. Oh my god, that would gag me, yo.
Given that Triple H is kind of running things, and remember how the whole Gigi Dolan and what's her name? They did and Bailey was doing Ding Dong Hello in NXT, and they did the whole kicking through the door, just like Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window. It emulated that. Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels and beat him up in the parking lot, and we didn't find out till weeks later that it was Triple H, and they met each other at SummerSlam. So what if we find out that it's Bianca and they meet each other at WrestleMania?
Bucket,
right?
Bucket.
Be like, girl. But yeah, like
I can't handle this. This is too much. I
want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see the Street Profits get their chance because
me too. What is this about?
Like, what are we doing here? Like, the Street Profits ain't have a championship belt in 5 years. They are playing.
Yo, I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either.
That is a problem.
I need them to get their chance. Zelina Vega to get her chance. Who else? Like, I just feel like there's a lot of people that they're playing in our face with, and they need to stop. And I need to figure out who's also going to be.
It's time.
Like who from the Fatu and Hawaii family is going to be next. It's a lot of them. It's like 50.
There was a lot of those. They about to come. They all about to come.
And I want to see Tiffy stand on her own 2 feet. Girl, get away from Nia. Cash in your shit. That's
Nia
it.
Hater. You gotta cash in on her just to show her what's up. Like
Nia Hater for real. But my expectation for wrestling in 2025 is going to be bigger, better, and more entertaining than 2024.
Yes.
And on that note,
we're for it.
We will see you in 2025 with our very first wrestling-based recording. Like I'm saying, emphasis on first wrestling-based recording of 2025 because we can come back and do we still probably have a Thirsty Thursday we need to do. I think we do have a Thirsty Thursday we need to do. So on that note, see you in 2025. It's your girl Krista B.
Hi. And Queen P.R.
And we love y'all. We'll see y'all in the new year.
Bye.
Bye.
Queen P.R. Krista B. Those wrestling girls, TWG. Black excellence, making it effortless. Podcast bringing up women and wrestling. Let's go.